Sources close to Buckingham Palace say King Charles is sad and disappointed. Not angry, not furious, sad. And when a king uses that word about his own daughter-in-law, it means something is broken that might not be fixable. This is a story of a summer that was supposed to bring healing, and how, according to insiders, one woman's actions may have undone it all in a matter of days. When Meghan Markle married into the royal family in 2018, she was hailed as a breath of fresh air, modern, diverse, magnetic. But within 2 years, the fairy tale collapsed. Megxit, the Oprah interview, explosive claims about the institution itself. Since then, King Charles has walked a quiet, careful line. Publicly, distance. Privately, according to royal insiders, a father still hoping for reconciliation with his son, and by extension, his grandchildren, Archie and Lilibet. That hope seemed to be inching toward reality this July. For the first time since 2022, since before Charles' cancer diagnosis, since before the funeral of the Queen, the King agreed to see Archie and Lilibet in person. But before that reunion could even happen, the trip nearly fell apart entirely. Here's what we know for certain. Harry was reportedly offered a royal residence to stay in during his solo UK visit, accommodation he needed to lock down security arrangements for his family. Then, just days before he was due to arrive, that offer was abruptly withdrawn. A statement from Harry's spokesperson called the timing unclear, noting that Buckingham Palace had reportedly known about a key court ruling for nearly a week before pulling the offer at the last possible moment. One royal source reportedly said, quote, "There's simply no coming back from this for Meghan's relationship with the institution. We want to be upfront with you. These are anonymous claims, not palace-confirmed statements. But they paint a picture of a woman who, according to insiders, has stopped hoping for reconciliation and may be actively steering her family away from any future ties to the crown. And the timing could not have been worse, because that same week, Harry suffered another blow, this time in court. He lost a privacy case against a major British tabloid publisher, a legal defeat that dominated headlines right alongside the accommodation controversy. 2 humiliations, back-to-back, in the span of days. For a couple that has spent years trying to control their public narrative, it was a brutal 1-2 punch, playing out in front of the entire world, right as Harry was trying to walk back into royal territory. The British press had a field day. Commentators debated whether the palace had deliberately timed the housing withdrawal to coincide with the court ruling. Royal watchers accused Buckingham Palace of playing games. Others accused Meghan of amplifying the drama for her own narrative. Whatever the truth, one thing became clear. Any goodwill built in recent months was suddenly hanging by a thread. And then, something happened that almost nobody expected. Despite everything, the withdrawn housing offer, the court defeat, the reported anger from Meghan's camp, the meeting happened anyway. Buckingham Palace confirmed that King Charles and Queen Camilla welcomed Harry, Meghan, and their 2 children to Highgrove for a private family visit. It was Charles' first time seeing Archie and Lilibet since 2022. As of this month, sources say King Charles is hoping to arrange further meetings with Harry and Meghan following what one report called a turbulent few days for the Duke during his UK trip. That suggests the door isn't closed. Not yet, but the emotional toll appears to be real. Insiders describe the king as sad and disappointed, not by one single event, but by a pattern, a sense that every attempt at private healing keeps getting entangled with public conflict, legal battles, and competing narratives about who did what to whom. For a monarch already managing his own health, and a family already stretched thin by scandal on multiple fronts, that sadness may be less about betrayal and more about exhaustion. A father who finally saw his grandchildren again. A king who says is disappointed. Not done. A duchess who insiders say has already made up her mind. 3 different truths, all playing out behind the same closed doors. Was Highgrove the beginning of something real, or the last chapter before the final break? We may find out sooner than anyone expects, because sources say the next move is already being planned.